us early. Liana and Ronnie. Make sure y'all like the stream we in here. We definitely gonna get into this topic. I have a lot to say on this individual person. Proving me right. And this is a disclaimer. Yeah, shout out to Liana. She's on the Patreon as well. Shout out to all the people that support me on Patreon. Make sure y'all sign up to Patreon. Y'all are missing out on all of the new exclusive content I'm putting over there. I made a rededication to the Patreon. And that is what I'm going to be focused on. Right? But salute to the moderators. Salute to the channel members as well. All right. Shy, to be honest, bro, I don't care who did what. I know you're a fan of some other people, bro. I don't care who spoke on what. People love to come to tell me who did what. I don't care. We talking about Tamika Mallory specifically. This ain't even got nothing to do with my son. We're going to speak on all the money she's been making, advancing her career, doing this feminist commercial for her newest sponsor. And we're going to get into all that. And we're going to get in. Hold on, let me see. Let me go ahead and get into the shout outs. True, Jane, Fez, Long Tongue, Kezos, Vern85, JFW, Charm, Maurice, Vernon, Southeast Dusty, Liana, Bino, 25 Kid, see Vern, New Aces, let's see, Ronnie, Chico, Chigozy, Abor, Garrison, Kevin, Black Hammer, Black Cass, D Breakdown, Dion, Red Planet, Not Important, T Malone, 205 Will, Elbert was good. Y'all have got to stop telling me about other content creators. Who cares? Who cares? Y'all don't bring them up on, y'all don't bring my name up on their channels. So I would like for y'all to do me a favor and stop telling me about other people as if that's supposed to mean something. I'm not, I'm not out here trying to be like anybody, because I see it every show. You're bringing up specific people, and not just you. So I'm talking about various people that I catch in here. I'm me. I can only be me. Okay? And we also going to talk about another thing. What's good, Black and Proud? The Cure. We going to get to the attention seeking that goes on in my chat room as far as the super chat is concerned. Let me tell you something. I'm only going to give one warning. If y'all come into my chat room to super chat, I appreciate that. But when y'all are super chatting for the purpose of getting attention and a rise out of people, you're going to get blocked immediately. And I will thank you for your donation, because what it does, it takes me off balance for what I'm trying to say, because you're trying to get attention for yourself. That's not going to fly anymore. If I see it, you getting blocked on sight. I let it go on far too long. We need to focus on the topics, people. Not on you, not on something that has nothing to do with what's going on. I don't care if you've been donating since the start. You're going to get blocked too. You got to set an example, man. I can't let shit keep going on and on without me having to show you better than I can tell you. If we talking about Tamika, I don't want to know what's going on, what other piece of news or tea or whatever it is you got going on. You can send me an email. Let's see. Brian, what's up? Sparky. VA. So I just want to do that. So if y'all wonder why you're never in my chat again, that'll be why. Okay? So, what's good, Steven? LD, what's up? We're going to talk about Tamika Mallory. And we're going to talk about this commercial. Let's see. This commercial that she did. Where is it? Where they are pushing this feminist agenda. And I told y'all they would do it. But that, when you mix in feminist propaganda with social justice, when you mix all that together, you have a recipe for disaster. All right? And Tamika Mallory and this commercial, it shows you what their agenda is, man. It really does. This is a woman that's supposed to be fighting for us. Tamika Mallory's out there fighting, even though she doesn't even have a relationship with Tamir Rice's mother. She has no relationship with Tamir Rice's mother like that. Her or my son. But she's going to it. Where did she go? To the Grammys? Now she has an endorsement from Cadillac. Take a look at this, man. Take a look at that. The thumbnail speaks volumes. The thumbnail speaks volumes. What are they trying to convey with this? Are you in the business of saving black people, or are you in the business to promote black feminism? This is what we want to know, Tamika and your cohorts. You see, this is why a lot of you black women can't keep a man. Because primarily you're going to be dating a black man, right? If society is teaching you to compete with black men, to hold your accomplishments over their head, how is that going to play out in regards to finding a mate? Because you have been programmed to be competitive with black men. You're in this mindset of being competitive with black men. And I just want y'all, because we're going to check out, hope I don't have no issues with copyright. I can just exit it out. I might have to just exit out. Or I can just put this whole stream for the chat members. But just looking at the thumbnail, it speaks volumes. It does. Where's the men? You can't build no community without the men. Yeah, it's basically the Last Supper. With black women at every part of that table. Make sure y'all like the stream too, man. You can listen, I don't care if you're a strong, educated black woman. You will never be able to have a strong community without a strong black man to lead it. Without a strong black man, you have no chance to have any sort of protection. You think that the white man that you worship, and I'm going to get to the worship bit, because speaking of worship, Tom Hanks's failure of his son Chet was on social media talking about a white boy summer. That might have to be his own stream itself. The fact that he can say that without getting canceled lets y'all know who holds the power dynamic on social media when it comes to canceling people. Who are the true bullies on social media? Because us as black men, we're kind of indifferent to certain things. It was us that made Chad Wheeler trend and continues to. It's us. It was black men bringing attention to that Chad Wheeler situation. Jamel Hill and those others didn't even want to talk about it. They want to turn into the system is just racist. And I found it interesting she didn't throw her old network under the bus, because they didn't rarely cover it at all. And y'all wonder why black men are traveling overseas and dating women of other groups. Look at the type of mindset your women have. Even the women that want to save the black community, they are saying we are about woman empowerment first. That's what they're about. It's good, Denisa. So, let's take a look at this video.
I've been an activist for 25 years of my life. I come from a very long line of strong women. They always encourage me to use every single resource to help another young woman who's on her journey. I am sure black women will lead this nation to a better place. We're taking control and we're shaping our stories.
You see this?
I've been an act of my life.
Black women are going to lead the black. Now, she said, lead this country to a better place. Look at the black community. Look at the black community. What have they led the black community to? You go to a black community right now, it's full of single mothers. And their male partners. How are you going to lead anybody anywhere? You can't even lead yourself to embrace your natural hair. So how are you going to lead anybody? Y'all see how the mental illness? Do you not see the mental illness that we have here? You can't even lead yourself to finding a capable, suitable man. She spent 25 years. She spent 25 years grifting off of the black struggle. This is exactly why a lot of you melanated men can't do anything, because these women are always going to be standing in your way. This is the type of mental illness that we're talking about. You're going to lead this nation to greatness. You're better. You in leadership positions is better for all. Are you serious? In what planet? In what movie script? Like, seriously, Tamika Mallory, you're just a grifter. And yes, I'm using that word. You're just a greedy, grifting feminist parading around as if you care about all black people. No, you care about yourself first. You care about black women so much that you didn't even have a good relationship and a good rapport with Tamir Rice's mother. And I bet you Tamika Mallory is one of those melanated women that can't even stand other black women. Getting all that activism money. Activism, black activism is good money. That's why you see all these failures, all these ex-cons, all these ex-slurs talking about they're fighting for their people. Come on, man. You ain't fighting for me. You fighting for $1. That's what you fighting for. Shout out to D-Rock then. Talk about black female empowerment, so black female dominance. Oh, of course. That's why we can't do nothing as black men without these women caring so much. These women are so educated. They're so successful, but they want to Dixit police black men every chance they get. But you so-called are better and you're more educated and we're not on your league, but you care about who we sleep with. Why is that? It's because they think they own black men. They think they own black men. They want to be able to control something that they don't really care about. None of these so-called activist women are in these black communities. They're not in these black communities. They're too busy living amongst white people. They're living amongst the Caucasian. Let's check out this commercial again. Make sure y'all like the stream.
I've been an activist for 25 years of my life. I come from a very long line of strong women. They always encourage me to use every single resource to help another young woman who's on her journey. I am sure black women will lead this nation to a better place. We're taking control and we're shaping our stories.
Are you serious? This is what happens when you buy into this feminist crap. It's telling these women that, yes, you should be empowered. You're empowering a group of mentally unstable women who have never gotten healed from their past issues. And you're trying to tell these women that they should be out here leading and fighting. That's not a place for a woman. A woman should be in her position as a woman in doing the things that requires a woman to do. Because I guarantee you, if they offered to put women on the front lines in the military, those women would protest that. They would want nothing to do with that. Again, make sure that y'all like the stream. I want y'all to understand, I have nothing against Tamika Mallory. I just see the hustle. I have people for over the years who will get upset with me because I don't take their same viewpoint. You know, I'm not, pro, we need a strong black community. I'm one of those people that we need a strong community of like-minded people. Those people may not come from the same background you come from. We need more like-minded people now than never before because times are getting crazy. Times are getting crazy, and we're going to need people who are mentally capable and mentally prepared to be able to move forward and create and build. You can't build with no women like this. I mean, look at this photo. I mean, look at this screen grab. Shout out to TW, Black Women in Closet Hollywood. I bet people who were working on set of that commercial were laughing at her in her back. I'm telling you they were, TW. You see, Tamika Mallory don't understand that those same women who are boosting you up are laughing at you. You know why? Because they are still marrying the men in their community and they are still holding a strong community. Whenever they see outsiders come into their communities, they band together against those outsiders. And the people who do that, they'll be the same people telling these melanated women, yes, it's okay to turn against the men in your community. You should take control. You should be running it. And what they're not telling you is that they're not following that advice. They're allowing black women to basically destroy themselves and destroy their own community. Shout out to Ronnie again. Says as of 2011, 83% of black households are raised single parent. Black women like this saving or your spot in line at the welfare office. I just want people to understand, man, I have nothing against women who get degrees, who get good jobs. I think it's a good thing that women can work in the workplace. But you got women complaining about pay gap when they don't do as merely the same. They don't do as much as the work as men, but they want the same amount of pay. And I'm just seeing a lot of complaining from Western women who have it easy. Women like Tamika Mallory have it easy. Women like Tamika Mallory are in a good situation where they can do anything they want to do. And she chooses to grift off of her own people. I would never grift off of melanated people. I have no reason to. I speak my truth and people listen. I want to wake people up. I don't want to rock people to sleep. I want to wake them up to people like this. Okay? These so-called activists, your Jesse Jackson, Al Sharptons, the people who've been stealing, siphoning money. They've been blackmailing companies, allegedly. And they use you to do it. You are the reason why they're able to live in nice neighborhoods. They're no different than these pastors in these churches who get money from those churches in those communities, but they don't live in those communities. They would never live in those same communities. Now, you do got some that may live in those communities where their church is, but a lot of them don't, because they don't believe in black empowerment. They don't believe in it. Tamika Mallory is the definition of a melanated woman who understands that you can take more than you can ever give. This woman has a Cadillac commercial, but she's fighting. She's with the corporations. She is with the corporations. She is corporate. She's not in the trenches fighting. She's getting checks from these countries, from these companies. She's no different than the Hollywood actors or these entertainment rappers. She's no different. She was at the Grammys, remember? She doesn't care about your empowerment. Why would she? She been around y'all long enough to know that y'all ain't progressing, that there's no fixing you. But y'all want to get upset with me. When you literally have this woman who claims she's fighting for you, but she's out doing this. She's fighting to push feminist messaging. That's what she's pushing. Feminist messaging. She doesn't care about melanated men. She only cares what she can get from them. The whole, we want to build a community. You can't build a community without the men leading. And if she was going to do a commercial, she should have said, I'm not going to do this commercial unless I have black men with me. Did she do that? No, because she doesn't care. Do they push this messaging on the Caucasian community or the Asian community? No, they don't. They push it on your community because they understand that the women crave power. They crave to be seen. Shout out to Snake Eyes. The irony is women wanting to lead would only run away from the same leadership they claim they wanted so badly out of their own vanity. She isn't helping ADOS with this. She's making it a bad joke. It is becoming a bad joke. A bad joke that's getting bad more and more. They are pushing this messaging onto us. They're not pushing this messaging onto anybody else. Look at Lil Nas X. I had some genius come in the chat earlier that said, why are you not talking about Lil Nas X? And I'm like, bro, I made a video about him on my Jada Black channel. If you actually paid attention and subscribed like I told you to, you would have known that instead of trying to hop in the chat to tell me about something you think I didn't do. I'm going to address what needs to be addressed. Just know that. And I feel like this was a long time coming. And Shantia actually sent me this video of her. Shout out to Marcus. Sad part is these men standing behind her like If things get physical, she would be scrapping with them. No, she is in the house. Black men stand up. I agree, Marcus. She's not gonna stand and fight nothing. It's a facade, man. That's all it is, a facade. Shout out to Greatness 81. She's a female corporate version of Kaepernick. Controlled opposition. Shame on her. Absolutely, bro. And that's the correlation I make. How many more brand deals does she have? How many more corporate companies are cutting her a check? Is she going to come out with her own Nike shoe? Is she going to come out with her own Nike shoe? Is that what we can expect? Right? I think that's what we can expect next from her. This is absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. And you got people who still believe that, because they want to believe that black women can lead so badly. No, they cannot. Not like this. BLM is a joke. I don't care what any of you say. I believe that every innocent life does matter. Simple. Because when you create an organization, it's going to become corporate. BLM has become corporate. How much hundreds of millions of dollars did BLM make this summer? BLM became a corporation this summer. Okay. And if you look at the people who are running it, they don't look like us. We're figureheads. They control it. They siphon that money and give it off to political party. Well, one political party, and to divvy it up with these different candidates. I wish people understood this. They use melanated women as the face of all these corporate movements because these women are willing to sell out. They're willing to degrade their morals. Look at social media. Look at Instagram. Look at all these women. Now, y'all know what's crazy? Randomly now, when I'm on Instagram, I've been recently coming across posts of women in Dubai, in the Middle East, right? Because of this situation, the CV situation is starting to clear up and travel starting to open up. These women are over there now. they're over there now, right? Even through a pandemic, they are still willing to go out to Dubai to get that money to degrade themselves. They're still willing to do that because they're morally bankrupt. It's all about what they can get. Shout out to Sir Shah. Tamika said, "Sexism is worse than racism." I see now. Well, I would say that depends on a couple things. The fact that she herself is a feminist, she's pushing feminist messaging, so of course she's going to say that, that would be worse than the other thing. But it's weird because she's supposed to be pushing the messaging of discrimination against black people. Shout out to her boy. Tamika represents everything wrong in our community, like Alicia Garza wanting to be leaders, but maintain victim status at the same time. Unfortunately, us as black men are allowed this distorted reality to persist. We got to step up. We do, but we don't because we are afraid of the consequences. We're afraid of getting canceled. We're afraid of the women in our family turning against us. Do y'all know that's why people won't share my content, even if it's about celebrities, because they are afraid of what their girlfriends or wife or the women in their family or the women they trying to get with on Facebook is going to say. They'll come to my page and say a whole bunch of crazy stuff in my comment section, but I guarantee you they will not share that post on their page because they are afraid of what the women around them are going to say. And we as black men, we have got to stop caring about what melanated women say. I don't care what melanated women say about me. I run mine. I basically, I have my own world. And I'm not going to allow women that don't like me not that don't like me, but women who always disagree with me or who are crazy, who are mentally unstable to be a part of that world. I don't care if they're on my Facebook, Twitter. If they don't like what I have to say, you can go. You don't have to follow me. But these guys are so afraid of what the women around them are going to say. It's almost like they're hiding who they truly are because they are afraid of what the women around them are going to say. Because, bro, you share your world with women who don't respect you, who may not like what you have to say, may not respect your thought process. I just want y'all to understand this. Listen, a lot of you can do what you want, but I just want you to know that these women out here have the same mindset of Tamika Mallory, especially in the melanated community. They are out for self. They are out for self. That's why a lot of you guys need to be out for yourself too. All this, we need to create a community. We've had years to create a community. We haven't cared. Now, all of a sudden, y'all care about building a community. You're frauds. And I definitely don't want to be in no community where this is the mindset of the women in the community. I don't want to be in no community where the women want to take leadership roles when they themselves are not leaders, but the men have gotten weak. Or you can say that the men are just indifferent. But if you are a pro-black, you should care about people like Tamika Mallory or the My Sons and all these other people with their hands out to these corporations. You should care about what's going on. You all you people, especially if you are, you for your people and your community, you need to say something. Just like with this Lil Nas X situation. All you Christians, y'all got so much to say about everybody else. What about this? What about this? All you religious folks, what are y'all going to say about the situation where the grifting is tough? The Lil Nas X situation as well, but the grifting is going on. Shout out to Shy 87 again. Fortunately, it's true, Jaye. Some women at work or school will get mad at the content men share, even family. I put my foot down though, but it's annoying. What you're gonna have to, as a man, eventually you're gonna have to put your foot down. You're gonna have to put your foot down eventually. Shout out to AJ Taylor. As black men, we should have 0 F's given about what black women think when we voice our opinion. Our community lacks masculine leadership, which is why it's in shambles and will only get worse. Bro, I agree. We are in shambles. We are in shambles. We are a community of eunuchs. We have been eunuched in our own community. Ain't that a bitch? We have been eunuched. Right, Coach Cook? This ain't got nothing to do with Candace Owens. Is Candace Owens pro-black? I don't think Candace Owens is grifting off black people. She might be grifting off white conservatives, but not black people. She grifting off them conservatives, man, not black people. Now, I want y'all to understand that we are in a difficult situation in regards to the messaging that's going on. You got the messaging in regards to the feminism, right? Then you got the messaging with the gay, overtones of gay black male energy. Again, y'all can live your life any way you want to. I don't care who y'all sleep with. I don't care who you sleeping with. But when you pushing out messaging, people have every right to criticize you. You should never have to apologize for saying that Lil Nas X is on some weirdo BS. So I want y'all to understand that, again, we are at a time where heterosexual straight males okay, I get what you're saying, Michael, with the whole not eunuchs but warmongers, but some of these guys are eunuchs. Some of these guys are eunuchs. But most of the time we just chasing women. Like, I see nothing but guys talking about chasing women, but they ain't got no money. That's a problem too. Look at all these baby daddies. Emeka, it was a joke, bro. But am I lying? Make sure y'all like the stream. Straight young black males are getting messages pushed on them that say, "Hey, look at this guy. Look at Nas X. Isn't he cool? Look at his video. Look how he's giving that devil a lap dance." And they want to push that messaging onto the youth, man. Fathers need to be in their sons' lives now more than ever. Instead of trying to chase women, a lot of you got or troll men on social media, because a lot of you dudes be trolling men. As a matter of fact, I took a look at all the people that's been blocked off this channel. It's a lot of males. It's a lot of males spending way too much time trying to get the attention of other men. They're too busy chasing women instead of raising their sons. Y'all spending way too much time chasing women or chasing men on social media. Shout out to AJ. Women even know that women make terrible leaders, yet fail to speak out on it due to fear of being ostracized from the community. I've heard that too, AJ. I've had women say that to me. I've had women tell me they would rather work for a man than ever work for a woman. They say they would never want to work for a woman. They said they would never want to. They said they would never want to work for a woman. And I get what they're saying, because women are not good leaders. Look at Tamika Mallory. She represents the educated. I'm educated. I have a PhD. I have my own home. I own my own car. I travel. That's what she represents. That woman that can't keep a man. And if they're with a man, it's a dude that they've been on and off with for years. They don't have no social skills to go out here and get a man. They don't know how to deal with male attention, especially if they considered themselves ugly back in the day. Now they gained some curves, and they've sort of blossomed, right? Now they're getting a little bit more attention. So we are at a point to where we are the experiment. We are the experiment. They are experimenting with us. And we have every right to call this out. We gotta call out the grifting. We gotta call out the lying, the deceiving. People like Tamika Mallory or my son or whomever, these guys are out to help themselves first for any community. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but look, let's look at the facts. What benefits have they actually done? You got Tamika Mallory that was like, it's okay to burn other people's stuff down. It's okay to destroy other people's property, not understanding that taxpayers may have to pay that money back. Because taxpayers are already taking care of these lazy single mothers and whatever male they have living with them. I want y'all to understand we are at a time where we have to figure out who we are and what values we want. What are the values that we want moving forward? Who are we? What exactly do we want? How do we want to raise our children? Us as men, what type of women do we want around us? That's what we got to look at. Because a lot of these guys still don't know who they are. Shout out to, her name Miko? Who these chicks is on this pseudo? I don't know, bro. I just know Tamika Mallory. I don't know. They were extras. They extra. They just there for the photo op. They're just extras. So I'm not really sure who they are either. Shout out to Snake Eyes. Want to know how to defeat female leadership? Just put a man into the mix they all find attractive. Sit back and watch the kingdom fall. Oh, absolutely. Especially a man that's not giving them any type of attention, and they have to fight for the scraps of attention that he do give them. You know, you'll really see how these women feel. But what sane person want to be in that bunch though? Yeah. Women should not be out here trying to be no leaders, man. Because when the going gets tough, they're going to look towards men to save them. You see Tamika Mallory and women like her, they feel comfortable because they know they have protection when it comes to corporations. They have protection when it comes to socially, the public opinions, right? They know this. So they feel comfortable pushing this messaging. What happens when you're put in a situation where everybody's against you? See, a lot of melanated women don't know what it's like to have everybody against you. You see, us as melanated men, we know what it's like to have the whole world at us. We know what that's like. You don't know what that's like. You don't know what that's like when every other community is coming at you. Look at what's going on when they're trying to push this narrative that us, I guess, as melanated men, we just going out here, or melanated people, we're going out here and we're attacking these different groups. In a Joe Biden America, when we supposed to be coming together, they're blaming us for all these crimes against Arabs and Asians. Is this what y'all signed up for? Let's see what happens when they're coming for you. Like the two melanated girls that robbed the Uber guy. Look how they're going at that situation. They turned into this narrative that we just out here wild. And y'all thought that the police was going to be defunded? Police ain't going nowhere. They about to get body armor. They about to get more high-powered weapons. They about to get more security to impede on your privacy. And that's all thanks to the America that y'all wanted to push. The policies that y'all supported. This is what y'all wanted. Who do you think they were going to turn all that on? Us. You know why? Because we are the scapegoats of society. We are the underclass to them. We are. I see we have a disgruntled person, but nobody will ever see your comment, bro. You wasted your time. This is the smartest live stream ever. I'm telling you, man, it's getting crazy out here. But maybe this is what some of y'all wanted. I don't know. But to me, women are not the best leaders. Y'all can get mad all you want to. I would not want to go under the leadership, especially when it comes to a community. Now, if you say that your female boss is one of the best bosses you ever worked for, that's fine. But when it comes to running and operating a community, where you have to look at the security of the people in the community, policing the community, the finances of the community, the businesses, how are they going to be able to manage that? Have they ever been able to manage that? And I don't want to know about the kingdoms in Africa where these women were leading. Those kingdoms had advisors. The army was basically men. So if you want to go there, we can go there. We can go there. Y'all want to go back to Africa? We can go back. And I bet you those women had the mindset of what a lot of men had, that they themselves may be women they're leading, but they would not think that that's the best thing for a lot of these different groups, is to have a woman leading, the women fighting in the military. But somehow, because we done got comfortable as a society, all this is going on. When collectively people don't have energy put it in the direction of preserving and keeping your community, your country safe, you're going to have people who are going to look for struggles to take from. I want y'all to understand something. We have been afforded the freedom to do whatever it is that we want to do. Why are we choosing to throw it away? Shaming others, trying to socially bully others into thinking the way that we want to, putting our energy in the wrong places. We should put our energy in the right places. There's so much we can do. There's so much that we can build together. But women like Tamika Mallory are not the type of women that I would ever think would be leading anything. Just based off the track record, just based off of this bullshit. I mean, come on. This is her grand plan, was to do promote feminism. Wow, that's so new. That's all women like this care about. They want to, like she said in the video, she want to put all their resources together for the girls. What happens when those girls grow up with no security from the men in their community, right? No dateable men in the community, right? Because all the dateable men, they dating Caucasian women. They're dating the Beckys. And you're left with what? You're left with the guys that need a place to stay. Shout out to Greatness 81. The black woman is going to get blamed for election fraud in future elections. If the Democrats lose, cities ran by black female mayors harm the most black people. Baltimore, D.C., and Atlanta are great. Those are three cities I would never want to live in. I used to spend summers in D.C. I would never want to live there. Even in the 90s, D.C. had a reputation for being crazy. So, yeah, those are three cities I would not spend. Now, I would visit Atlanta because there are people that I know there, some family there, might be some places to visit. No, they film a lot of movies and TV shows there now. But as far as living, I don't know about that. I just don't know about that. I don't know about that. And what they're trying to do in Baltimore is they're basically saying we're not going to arrest people for these crimes that are already been put into the, they're basically saying that all these Democrat policies, we're not going to enforce them. You mean arresting people for petty crimes, of what was it? Possession, right? Like they're really trying to, I guess, keep these guys out of jail. But you got to know, if you know anything about a dude that spends a lot of time in the streets, who may sell little dope, right? May run with a gang or whatever. You can't keep them out of jail for anything. If these guys are dedicated to the streets, There is nothing that you're going to be able to do. You hear that, what was it, the district attorney up there in Baltimore? You're not going to keep those guys from getting incarcerated. They're going to find a way to get incarcerated. You can say, we're not going to arrest them for these crimes here, but they'll find another crime to get arrested for. It always happens. When these guys feel like they can get away with anything, they're going to push it further and further and further to where these guys can't get out of jail. What's good, Daisy? There's zero, because, man, they want those immigrants over here for voting power, right? Like they only care about criminal reform if they can get these guys to vote, get them out of jail to vote, right? Or they can get offenders to vote, right? That's the only time they really care about those guys. Other than that, they're trying to push them off into jail forever too, so they can make money off of them, or put them in jail for a certain amount of time to make money off of them. The black community is a joke. It's a train wreck. I mean, have y'all been to black communities recently? I haven't been. I can't say I've been to one recently, but when I would go there or would drive near, or you still got peoples in certain communities, right? It's a lot of foreigners. It's a lot of baby mamas. You see a lot of kids running around, women pregnant, dudes in and out, right? The hobos are in and out. This place, that place, they're hanging around the stores, right? They at the basketball court. I don't know if they do that as much. Because I remember growing up, the dudes, they always be at the basketball court. Or you know what I'm saying? They always be doing something, instead of just hanging around. I don't know if they do it no more. But, that's all you see. Or you have dudes that be visiting those neighborhoods, probably sleep with some of the women in the neighborhood. They ain't even from the neighborhood. They just go there just to chill and drink and meet, talk to the other guys there, or try to holler at the chicks there. I mean, have any of y'all been to these get-togethers in the hood? Not in the hood. I'm saying the hood. In some of your local black communities, have y'all seen some of these gatherings where you have all these people? Some of them ain't even from the city, right? You have all these large gatherings on the weekend, maybe some barbecue and whatnot. Everything is run down. The homes, the road is run down. The sign is like leaning because it done been ran into a few times. And around it, they got a restaurant here. They got a store here. They trying to build around it. They trying to build these businesses around the community instead of in the community. You got to drive all the way outside of the community to actually see where the stores are or where the restaurants is. Yeah, it is like the land of lost, because there's a lot of lost people walking around. Lost, nothing to do, no place to go. So all I hear is, hey, telling you. All right. We just said, I went to Houston last week and it looked horrible. I couldn't believe the environment and how many Mexicans were there. I saw Mexicans hanging around the liquor store like bums. It's awful. Yeah, I've heard that one of the districts in Houston looks like a third world country, man. That's what happens in it's ran by a black female. I think her name is Sheila Jackson. All these people with all this mouth, they got all these solutions, but look at the areas that you are running. You're running into the ground. You don't care about it. You don't even spend time there. The only time you're there is when you need votes. And they vote for you because you black and female. Make sure that y'all like the stream. This is the mindset I want y'all to understand is going on right now. They are pushing this agenda further and further. Look at Lil Nas X. Look at what they're trying to push with him onto the Gen Zers mainly. This is why it's very important to really tell the younger generation the truth and be honest with them about what's going on, what they're trying to push with it, you know. Sheila Jackson Lee, right. You could film a movie from the Middle East in those neighborhoods. Like if a movie is based on like a war movie, you can film it in those neighborhoods. Or if you making a movie about, you know, Mexican cartels and all that, you can film in those communities. You don't even have to leave America. Yeah, Maxine Ward is another failed leader. Somebody who only gets to vote because she's auntie. What a disgrace. What an absolutely disgrace. And people vote for these people over and over. They don't even care about their own communities. They're just siphoning as much money as they can. A post-apocalyptic movie. Yeah, you could film a post-apocalyptic movie in these neighborhoods. Yeah, you could. That's why a lot of more conservative or centrist leaning people don't want to live nowhere near these neighborhoods or people from those neighborhoods. Under Obama, he made it easier for a lot of poor people to live in the suburbs and run those suburbs into the ground. Have y'all seen where there were like melanated people who live in nice houses? And you say, well, damn, how they live in a 2-story suburban house, two-door garage, 2-car garage? How are they living in this type of neighborhood? I think it was due to some type of voucher that they had, the housing voucher, where they would allow those people to move to those neighborhoods. Of course, it might have been, I don't know if it was through Section 8. It might have been through Section 8. And they will allow them to move to those neighborhoods. And they would make the people want to move from those neighborhoods. I wouldn't blame them. I would move too. I'm not going to lie. Okay, we got some cash apps here. Shout out to D Presley. Says, good live stream. That video made me laugh. Appreciate it, man. All right. Shout out to C Square. Says, salute, bro. Appreciate that, the 5 on Cash App, C Square. Yeah, they would have these Section 8, Section 8 vouchers, and they could move to these neighborhoods. Like, man, you got this woman, all her kids. Then she got relatives moving in there. They got cars parked all over the area. Like, who would want to live in that neighborhood then? You got music, loud music playing all day. They outside smoking and talking and drinking. Like I didn't move to the suburbs for this. I didn't move to the suburbs for this. What is this? I didn't move it. Like, yeah, like the property value is going completely down. Be ready to move. You got all bunch of cars. You smelling Black and Miles and weed smoke. All you smell is Black and Miles and liquor. And they not doing it inside the house. They doing it outside. You know? They doing it outside, right? A lot of female politicians are controlled by... Oh, they are. They controlling him to a certain extent. You know? That they are controlling him. It's to a certain extent. You know? It says Jaye Nas co-sign Nas. It ain't about blame. This ain't about blame. It's about the fact that This guy, Lil Nas X, is pushing a message of trying to stay relevant as possible by getting people in an uproar. And what I said was, to me, anybody who promotes this, to me, is an idiot. Yes, Nas did a song he performed with him on stage, but he wasn't performing with Lil Nas X when Lil Nas X was twerking or doing lap dances. They performed on an award show. Do you think Nas will co-sign this? I don't think so. And if he does, he's only doing it for the public, so he doesn't get called out. We got HOA, baby. Right. I'm calling my HOA. Y'all here smoking Black and Miles and talking loud. It's about 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. And they out there just doing whatever on the middle of the week. Because, again, they got a voucher, so they ain't got to work. Shout out to everybody that's here. Yeah, Nas wouldn't co-sign this shit. Like, who would have seen this coming? Some probably could. But all in all, man, female leadership is a joke right now. And this is the message they want to push. They want to push this message. And Tamika Mallory is a catalyst of it. Now, people may say, well, Jaye, you're attacking her personally. No, I'm attacking the messaging that she's putting out. This ain't got nothing to do with her personally. It has everything to do with somebody who's pushing a message that I feel like is detrimental to what she's trying to build, right? She's trying to build a better black community, right? So how are you going to do that with just the women? You can't build a community just with the women. You need men too. Nas didn't co-sign him at all. Just because you perform something, I mean you co-sign him. And by the way, enjoy the lawsuit from Nike, Lil Nas X, because I'm pretty sure they're going to sue him for using their shoe, and whoever is helping him get these shoes out. Nike's like, we don't endorse this. What is this? Nike is suing. I'm pretty sure they are suing Nas X. They're like, what? We ain't promoting no shoe. We ain't got no shoe like this coming out. So at least Nike's taking a stand on that. They're like, wait a minute. We work with black activists, but this ain't that. This is something else. What is this? We don't endorse this. Get the lawyers. Nike's like, get the lawyers. Nike's like, get the lawyers, man. Nike said, we who? Get the lawyers. The brand called MSCHF, like mischief. Oh. You know? Yeah, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, make sure y'all like the stream, man. Jay, you don't do tracks with people you don't co-sign. They didn't do a track together. What track did they do together? He remixed his song. They performed it. But he's not, co-sign would be him going out in the media and say, hey, man, he's the next big thing. You know, I definitely got my support. That's a co-sign. Making music. Listen, Gucci Mane did a song with Jake Paul. Did that mean that he endorsed Jake Paul as a rapper? No. He even said he did it for the money. He got paid a lot of money to do the feature, and he did it. So we don't know how much Nas was paid to perform with Lil Nas X. Like, I have people in my chat room I don't endorse. I have people who be on my channel that I don't endorse. Some of y'all bring up people to me that I don't endorse. Does that mean I endorse them? Like, when y'all say weird shit in my chat, does that mean that I'm endorsing you because you're here? That would be no. That's why I'm always quick to say, if somebody say some crazy BS in my chat, I say I don't endorse this. This is them acting alone. I make that quite clear. Shout out to everybody that's here. Judd, I see you. Y'all like the stream. You know? But we have to call these people out. There's no shame in calling these people out. There's no shame in it. There's no shame in it whatsoever. Like, what's the worst that can happen? All you're gonna do is basically ignore what is going on in our society. Levins, actually, I don't love you at all. Because you say crazy and weird shit in my chat. And you know you do it. That's not any love, bro. I call out random people with no profile pics. It's not love. That's me highlighting something that's a bit odd. You know? I love the supporters. I love the supporters, though. I love the supporters. Yeah, man, we got to call this out, man. Why not? Listen, Jane, you can do whatever if you have the amount of people to watch you. When you do crazy things. And that's what they did. They built the brand off being goofy. You know? They like the goofy white guys. And now they want to be taken more seriously by doing boxing. Right? Boxing, now one of them is trying to do wrestling. Shout out to Legend Skinner. Jaye, you don't want Lil Nas X new Satan kicks. Your feet would be hella nice in those. No, you can wear them. Listen, if y'all want to buy into the weirdo brand, you do it. I'm pretty sure y'all would. You would. I'm pretty sure you would. You would definitely buy it. I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would. See, I'm sure. I told you that Lil Nas X fans that are watching. I know y'all. I know you're a Lil Nas X fan. I'm sure you're a Lil Nas X fan. Let's see. What's good, Miss Lakers? You see what I mean? Is that an endorsement? Is that an endorsement? I don't think so. Shout out to everybody that's here. Let's see. Yeah, Nike's about to sue him, so They about to do a cease and desist. Don't sell any Air Max, nothing with our brand, anything of our likeness or brand. You better get the knockoffs. You better get the knockoff Air Maxes. Well, that's good, Miss Lakers. I am great. I am great today. I'm on, great. Shout out to Bad Hombre. Lil Nas X voted for Sleepy Joe. That wouldn't surprise me. You know what's crazy? I had people, right, that they were followers, right? They would follow me on Instagram or Twitter, whatever. They were subscribers. When Joe Biden was awarded the presidency in November, y'all remember I did those live streams. Okay? I did those live streams, and there were people hopping in my chat trying to, I guess, mock me. And these were people who sent me links and articles to shit about what going on with men and what society was trying to do to men, right? But they were so gleeful, and they thought that they were throwing Biden winning in my face, right? I told y'all, these guys are weird to the core. And I guess they were Biden supporters. So I don't know how you can listen to me and be that strong of a Democrat. I don't know. And a few of these people, I believe, were content creators. No, at least maybe one or two, maybe one. And they think that they were mocking me. No, you're mocking yourself. Because at the end of the day, I don't care. I don't care. It's you that's going to get offended by something and going to want to send it to me because you're in your feelings about it and you think I'm going to speak on it. But I'm like, don't send me anything anymore. Now, like, how can you be that effeminate and that, much of a lame to think that you're going to throw something in my face? Bro, at the end of the day, it don't affect me. It's going to affect you more than it's going to affect me, especially if you're out here and you working and next thing you know, your job is being overtaken by immigrants or by machines. Well, Gemini, I think Billy Ray, he basically he's basically outdid his usefulness. He was useful for getting Lil Nas X mainstream. Now they really don't have no use for him unless they're gonna be performing together. You see, Lil Nas X has always been a troll. I think, didn't he rap at a graveyard? Like, the guy been a troll. He been a troll. I think a lot of people agree with you, the rapper, that Biden is a travesty. And people that go hard for him are the same type of people that are allowing the Tamika Mallory's and these other people to basically siphon money from the black struggle and build a life for themselves financially. Yeah, I just want to know how further is guys like that gonna go? Lil Nas X, how much further they're gonna go? I may have to speak on the Lil Nas X thing more because it's only gonna bring out the weirdos. I'm pretty sure the comment section is in shambles over there. But again, I don't think that they should be pushing this agenda off on the youth, because that's where it's being pushed towards. And you got Lil Nas X, who doesn't care. He would do anything to be famous. A lot of these guys will do anything to be famous. So to them, they're not doing anything wrong, right? And that weird energy that's being pushed in society, it's a lot of weird energy being pushed in society. All right, let's see. But yeah, as far as Tamika Mallory is concerned, I'm gonna put this for some of y'all that don't know. She did this commercial. Y'all can go and check the commercial out for yourself. One second. Hold on, let me see. Get a link to it. It's here. All right. Y'all can check that commercial out. But that's pretty much it for me, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. All right. Make sure you like the stream if you haven't. Shout out to the people that donated. Make sure y'all go over there, subscribe to Patreon, where my exclusive content is. All right. And follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can also send me an email if there's video topics that you want me to speak on. All right. Make sure I got the right one, because people be putting the J. They don't even include the E. When I was coming up, they didn't even sleep in the same bed. If they were married, no kissing, no curse. Well, you know, Miss Lakers, a lot has changed. A lot has changed. A lot has changed. All right. All right, people. I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good rest of your afternoon.